In 2024, 74% of realtors sold 0 homes. 2% of realtors sold 11 to 20 homes. Less than 1% of realtors sold 40 homes or more. So you have a 98% chance of working with someone who didn't even sell 1 house per month. Last 2 years in real estate have been pretty tough. Things aren't selling quickly and there just aren't quite as many sales. I feel like the market is concentrating around fewer agents, meaning that few of the top agents are doing more of the market share because these are the agents that are running it as a business full time and they're very practiced and experienced and they have money to fund their business. And they're able to handle this type of slower, trickier market. And besides those beginning statistics, the attrition rate for realtors is extremely high. 75% of realtors quit within their first year. 87% fail within their first 5 years. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but I think one of the biggest things is that people get into this business thinking it's fun and easy. Looks like it does on TV, right? Well, I will say it's a lot of fun, but I wouldn't say it's easy. And there's so much to practice and to learn to be put into place on how to correctly negotiate terms, do contracts, to market and really put the best foot of a property forward, to truly make the property famous and then get it out there and have the most eyes on it so that it actually sells. So if you've worked with a realtor that sold the upper level, which is above 20 homes in a year, it proves that they can sell at least 1 house per month. They practiced what they're doing a lot. They do it a lot. They're usually going to do a really good job. It's something that they're regularly doing, monthly at least. And besides that, if they're selling these homes on a regular basis, they're staying in the business financially. So they have funds in their business account to correctly market and get your property sold. And you want to think about that when you're looking for somebody to sell your home, because it does take money to get a property sold. So ask, how many homes have you sold? How long have you been in the business? And if you want to know my statistics, I regularly sell 35 plus homes a year. I've sold 40 homes in a year. I've been in the business over 7 years. And so I've defied both of those odds and I'm ready, willing, and able to help you sell your property. I started in real estate in 2018 in Pueblo County and practiced there for 3 years. And I was on a team at the very beginning of my career, which I highly recommend to new agents because it gave me a lot of experience fairly quickly and really allowed me to practice with close supervision. So I had a over 20-year experienced agent overseeing everything I did, and it gave me the ability to have some mentorship and gain confidence as I learned the business. So after my experience on the team and working in Pueblo, my husband, 3 years into my real estate career, took a job here in Salida as an optometrist, working for another company that he'd already worked for, and they just transferred him here. And that gave me the opportunity, I would also say the hardship of starting my business over from scratch. So I knew real estate, but I was new to Chaffee County. And I really did have to start over in a sense that I had to learn all about Chaffee County zoning laws, short-term rental rules and licensing, and things like where are the county boundaries and where are the city limits, and is in town or out of town better for certain people, and who do you call to test a well here? I knew that for Pueblo, but not for Chaffee County. What are the rules on septic tanks according to the county when you transfer property? Anyways, for my clients that I served during that first year and a half or so, I worked diligently. It took a lot of extra time on every transaction to be educated enough and well-versed in all things Chaffee County. And I think that that's something I bring to the table now because I've done the research and know where to find the answers. It doesn't take me as much time now, thankfully. But I worked hard to make sure that I knew my way around this area and that I had the information my clients needed. And then I have the added bonus of having a specific life experience that my clients are often having when they move here. So not too long ago, less than 5 years, I was maybe like you researching Salida and trying to figure out where we wanted to live in this area. Did we want to buy a house? Should we rent? In town, out of town? What do the schools look like? What activities would our kids be joining? And I wondered all of the time, what will it be like to actually live in Salida? So that when they say that your ideal client in marketing, they always tell you, your ideal client is you about 5 years ago. That's truly who I was. I was a Salida buyer looking high and low and everywhere in between for the right place for my family and trying to figure out what it would be like to be here full time. Well, we eventually ended up buying a crazy fixer-upper, and it turned into a beautiful gem of a home. Whenever people walk in the front door, they are always like, oh, this is so lovely. And I always want to say, I wish you could have seen it when we bought it. It was rough, ceiling caving in, siding falling off, but it was a good real estate deal. So besides having that very personal experience, I have the work experience, business experience, and the marketing experience. And I know who's looking for your home because it was me. And I have the money to put behind your home to make it famous and make it happen so that it sells at the best possible price. That only happens by getting it in front of the most people. And that's me and my real estate statistics. So thanks for watching. If you are thinking about buying or selling a home in the Salida, Colorado area or anywhere along the Highway 50 corridor, I would love to help you. You can call me directly at 719-334-8579 or email me at jcheritonrealestate@gmail.com for even more real estate tips, local market updates, and lifestyle insights for this area. Follow me on my socials under the handle Just Cheriton Realtor. It's for most of them. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos about the Colorado real estate market. Whether you're ready to make a move or just now exploring your options, I'm here to help guide you every step of the way. Let's make your Colorado mountain home dreams a reality and see what it's like to live where you don't have to take a vacation. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, are you thinking about selling your home? Well, I want to give you 5 reasons why you should list with me. 1, I know this market really well. I live here, I work here, and I spend every day looking at properties with buyers and helping sellers figure out how to maximize their profits. So I can give you all the information you need to make best decisions for selling your property. Number 2, I market properties that I sell. I don't just stick a sign in the yard, I go all out. I do everything I can to make sure that your property is seen everywhere by everybody. And I do this on the internet and in person. So there's going to be potential for me to even bring the buyer to your house. Number 3, I'm actively working with buyers in the area. So I may even already have the buyer for your house. I might have somebody that's been looking for a place just like yours. Reach out, ask me, I'll let you know. And number 4, I am going to tell the story of your property. I like to look at a home as not just the building or the land that it sits on, but where does it sit in town? What is there to do nearby? What's the history of the home? What's happened here? Who owned it before? Why was it built? All of those things tell a story, and a lot of times that story is what draws in the right potential buyer for your property. Number 5, I work tirelessly. I really love what I do, and I'm happy to help you and make this the best possible experience for you, hands down. So if you're thinking about selling, I'm the one you want to talk to. Reach out.
Hi, I'm Jessica Cheriton, team lead at Heart of the Rockies Homes, and I wanted to tell you about my why today. So ever since I realized that many people aren't living the life that they really want, I've had a strong desire to listen and figure out what it is that will make their life that much better and try to help them get to that goal via real estate. So for me, real estate was that vehicle. About 6 years ago when I got started, I was doing all kinds of things. I had a makeup business, I taught fitness classes, I had 4 children, and I was all over the place. That's what I was spending my time on and doing. And I thought, hey, why not get into real estate investing? So I got my license and started just with friends and family, showing them a few properties, and realized I loved problem solving for them and helping them figure out life is here, but I want it to be, here like this. And not necessarily geographically, but more in a sense of financially or location. Yes, can play a part of it, but just the overall big picture. How do you really want your life to look? And I was able to use my real estate business as a vehicle for creating a life that I truly love and enjoy every single day. Part of that is helping other people do the same thing with their life. So that's my why. If you're looking around at the life you're living and it's not quite what you want, or it's not at all what you want, reach out and talk to me, because that's what I love to do. Thanks.
Beyond being a trusted realtor, I have a unique ability that sets me apart. I speak Mandarin Chinese conversationally, and I lived in Taiwan for a little while, so I can really speak Mandarin. I'm happy to use this skill to help you in your real estate journey. If you or someone you know needs a Mandarin speaking agent, the other thing that speaking another language allows me to do is break down barriers and bridge gaps between cultures and other countries. For me, real estate isn't just about buying and selling properties. It's about building relationships, making your dreams come true, regardless of your language or background. Because I lived in another country, I know what it's like to try to operate without knowing what's going on, without speaking the language. It's tough. And hopefully, through my experience, not just speaking the language that you speak, but also having that background, I can help make you feel comfortable, understood, supported, and empowered throughout your real estate journey.